sing for Day Of.
The following show is a paid program.
Hey, this is Cam Hill on the Cam Hill Show. I'm here going to do Nellie, Tiger, Travis, and then later on we'll see Chick Rodgers. Hey, lady, how you doing?
I'm doing just great. How about yourself?
Oh, doing good. Let's jump right in. I love your song, Mr.
Thank
Sexy
you.
Man. Everybody loves that,
Yes.
lady. Oh, wow. How did we get here, Miss Nellie? How did we do it?
Well, the song was written by Floyd Hamberlin.
Mm-hmm.
And when the song was written and when I first heard it, I knew it would be a hit. I told him it would be a hit. And it was just that. Unfortunately for me, I didn't write it, but I live it every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. And going into music, when did you decide that this would be what you would do? You know, what your lifelong purpose would be? Where did that come from?
I decided that, many moons ago. Actually, I started in church as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
At 5 that I could remember, my grandmother was an evangelist. So it was always church, it was always gospel music. And after that, I was doing the stage bands and everything in school. And I just decided that that was the way that I wanted to go. And I continued. I've worked corporate offices. I've done secretarial work all my life, receptionist slash secretary, typist, you name it. And I just decided that this was what I wanted to do. I started sounding good to myself. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided that I wanted, this is what, at first, I actually wanted to be a beauty queen. I wanted to be Miss
Mm-hmm.
USA, Miss America,
Yeah.
and that didn't work out. I did quite a few pageants and stuff, but I still pursued, and this was really my calling.
Right. I love that. It talks about your grandmother in part of it.
Yes. That was my grandmother was my rock. I
Yeah.
mean, she was everything, everything that I know she taught. I was taught by the best, and she was an evangelist. So I still it was instilled in me to know the Lord and to follow God as I do. But she was the master at it. I mean, I think we started going to sock hops when I was about maybe 10th, almost 11th grade. We couldn't go to sock hops. We couldn't do any of that.
Uh-huh.
So it was home for us a lot and church for us mostly.
I love that. Everybody wants to know, how did Tiger come up, which is your nickname?
Yeah, it actually fit. We were actually sitting across. There's a club in Chicago that I played at for about 6 years, actually alongside Chick. We were both on separate stages.
Yeah.
And one night we went across the street to the other club on our break. And we're sitting there going, I'm sitting there telling my cousin, I'm like, everybody have a stage name. I said, I don't have a stage name, just plain old Nellie Travis.
Right.
And they went to throwing names out. I said Angel. They said no. I said, well, why don't we do something French and say Neviel, like for Nellie,
Yeah.
Neviel.
Uh-huh.
That was kind of agreed up on. And then all of a sudden, because we was laying like I was saying like I said Melvia Chick Rodgers William. I said she got her name. I said big time Sarah. I said I got to have a name.
Yeah.
So we sitting there. My cousin goes, I got it. Just out of the blue, he goes, I got it. And we're like, okay, what? He was like Tiger. And when he said that, it was like ching ching. It was just all over the
Yes.
place. And I'm like, that was perfect. He said because he said it is NTT or TNT. Any way you put it, it's gonna be dynamite. So that's
Right.
how that happened.
I
Yes.
love that. And I love the fact he said you're tough, but also feminine. I love that
Yes.
part.
Yes. Yes.
That
And
is,
that is
mhm.
the truth. I'm tough, but I'm feminine. I was sort of kind of a tomboy in school,
Mhm.
but as I got older, I kind of grew out of the tomboy stuff.
Well,
you
as you
know.
mentioned it, I was telling you and Miss Chick Rogers, I've had a lot of people to inbox me mails, and they've said, "Hey, who is available?" And I understand you, my dear, are available. You
I
are.
am totally available. I've been available for a while. And yes, I am looking for my Mr. Sexy Man. So
I know.
hopefully he'll um hopefully he'll show up one day.
There you go. There you go.
Very
And
soon.
but I love the fact that you do say, "Hey, I'm available," but don't come with with some mess now. Don't be don't do it.
Oh no, that's why I've been this way for a long time because I'm used to what I'm used to. And I'll tell everybody I spoiled myself. So you don't have
Ooh,
to spoil me. You just need to take care of me,
I love
you know,
that. I love
mentally
that.
and physically.
Let's look at Mr. Sexy Man the video. Let's see that.
Okay. Look, girls, let me tell you why I had to come and pick you guys up. We're going to the Sapphire Room. I heard it was totally off the chain. It's got the most sexiest men. Are you all ready? Are you ready? Girl, let me tell you, we're going to do it like this. Hey, Mr. Sexy Man, what your name is? What your name is? I saw you when you stepped into the club. The way you walk, the way your body moves. I was out there dancing on the floor. I was out of step, 'cause I was watching you. You one fine, sexy looking man. Standing over there with that Hennessy in your hand. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me. I'm thinking about the possibility. Hey, Mr. Sexy Man, what your name is? What your name is? Hey, Mr. Sexy Man, what your name is? What your name is? I had to come and ask you for a dance. You know this tiger had to take a chance. I just love the smell of your cologne. Man, you got me hot. You really turn me on. We're out here dancing on the floor. Arms around my waist. Baby, I want some more. I'm staring at you. You staring at me. I'm thinking about the possibility. Hey, Mr. Sexy Man, what your name is? What your name is? Hey, Mr. Sexy Man, what your name is? What your name is?
I love it, lady. Look at that. That
Yes.
was a great video. I got to learn the line dance.
It was fun doing it. Oh, yes, you must. You must.
I've got to do that. We're talking about women in music, and you, my lady, as well as Chick, both of you are the epitome of ladies and queens that are really doing it in music and taking it to a whole nother level. Let's talk
Yes.
to maybe some of the local queens that are trying to do it, but haven't gone mainstream like you all have. I don't know if it's
Yes.
money or what it is, but let's talk to them by them getting started. They're local, but at this point, they're wanting to go mainstream. What would they need to do?
Right. Well, the struggle is real.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's all about getting with a great team, and it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to get with a great team sometimes. But I just suggest that they continue to do what they're doing and be strong minded about what they're doing. And also, you gotta love what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of stumbling blocks in this business, And for I say to the females that are out there and that are climbing, I say continue to climb. One of my favorite songs on the Sexy Man album is to Keep On Moving. And
Mm-hmm.
I encourage them to do that at all times. You know, when you feel discouraged, I just say keep on moving. That's
Mm-hmm.
how, it's a lot of distractions in this industry, a lot of thieving, they
Mm-hmm.
take from you being an artist, and
Right.
that can be avoided. I just, was things that I had to run into, but
Right.
I'm still moving, and I push past that. You have to push beyond the unknown.
Absolutely. I love that. There's a lot of things that we would like to talk to them about in the sense of in music. Uh, it's you have to invest in yourself.
Exactly. That's one of the main things too.
Yeah.
Because when you take things for granted, or you think that things are great for you by you recording with someone and by them paying for it,
Right.
you pay for it later on in life. Trust me, you
Absolutely.
pay for it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm glad you're speaking of that. I'm glad you're speaking of there's 90% business and really 10% of the music. And we need to talk to
Yes.
people about that because they lose a lot of their money through the
Yes.
business side.
I've had friends to lose money, thousands of dollars, and the producer or whatever just took all the money, and
Right.
and she paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Those things like that happen. Those are things that we need to avoid. And like I said, a lot of things I took for granted. I have no regrets.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few regrets, but
Mm-hmm.
it was definitely a learning experience. And like I said, anytime it's something that you don't own, then you kind of veer another way to get closer to what it is you need to do for you, because people are just not right these
Right.
days. I mean, the industry is that way, and I'm going to speak on it until the day I die,
Yes.
because simply because it happened to me,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
luckily for me, being a strong person and the willpower to continue and
Mm-hmm.
to do what I need to do for me, that's what I did, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
I had to do, and that's what I encourage every female artist out there
Right.
that's climbing and trying, is to put yourselves in positions,
Mm-hmm.
to learn things. I'm learning now, and I've been in this industry for almost, well, a little over 30 years.
Wow.
So it takes, it takes time to you just have to try and learn stuff and just not
Right.
take stuff for granted anymore.
I love the fact that you, as well as Chicken, we'll talk to her a little later about the fact that you all are very open in a sense of helping others or young artists that are coming along. You'll tell them
Oh
the
yeah.
things that have happened to you and they need representation many times. If they're looking at signing contracts, if they're looking at anything, the handshake is over. That's gone.
Yes. And my son interviewed me for the first time because they wanted to know my perspective from the son to the mother.
Yes.
And I was telling him, he mentioned contracts to me and stuff. And I said to him, I told him, I said, you know what? I said, I would tell anybody, um, a lot of people, a lot of females think if they sleep with somebody
Yes.
that it's okay.
Hmm.
Now, I had things that happened to me in LA like that. I didn't sleep with them, and that's why I'm still struggling to get to a point. I had opportunities, but
Hmm.
my grandmother told me before I left Mississippi to not stoop any lower than my morals, to stay
Mm.
true to who I am, because I can always come back to church and sing. So
Hmm.
on that note, I would say to them, I mean, if you just feel the need to have to sleep with somebody, at least make sure you have signed the contract and it's what you need. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I didn't have that opportunity to do either, because I didn't have the sense,
Right.
that I have now. But I tell them that it's the truth. If that's the case, because you can't let nobody strong arm you and say,
Right.
okay, you're gonna sleep with them. But and it's not even about that, but I just know that's part of the industry,
It
because
is.
I've been out here a long time.
Yes,
You
it
know,
definitely is.
and I had a guy to just say very vulgar stuff to me.
Yeah.
I had a chance to be part of the remake of the Motown Marvelettes,
Yes.
and they were gonna tour 20 cities in California. That's when I lived in LA.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing he said to me was
Mm.
so degrading. And when he said it, coming from Mississippi, I was real green. So when he said it to me, I was like, nuh-uh, not uh-uh. But nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
My grandmama told me I ain't have to do that. I mean, he just looked at me and told me that. I don't want to say it. I don't know if I can say it on this television, but he just looked at me and said that to me, and I was
Hmm.
like, oh my God. So I left that place and I never went back because I kept saying I don't have to
Yeah,
do the remake of the Motown Marvelettes
right.
because I had seen this guy come from down from the hall. I was waiting for him for a good little while, and he was in the hallway.
Mm.
And when he came, I'm calling his name. I'm like, sir, where are you? Where? And he comes out of the room in a deep sweat, and there were three young ladies up against the wall. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I got
Mm-hmm.
to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was, all of that is a lesson to learn.
Absolutely.
I'm not telling any artist to sleep with them,
Right.
but I'm saying if you're going to, don't get strong armed into doing it, and you don't have anything in your hand or anything in writing. I mean, it's just what it is.
Yes.
You
I
know.
agree with that. I agree with that.
Yes.
As we're speaking of it, shout out to Cynthia Allen, C. Allen Productions, because she
Yeah.
introduced me to you.
Hello, and thank you for thinking of
Yeah.
me. Jam
So,
Lewis rocks.
yeah, at Southern Soul, they mentioned Southern Soul music. Do you identify with that as your music,
Well,
or is it
I
more R
can
and
say
B?
yes because Southern Soul is a cross between R&B and gospel to me.
Yes.
I don't know what anyone else defines it as,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say it's a cross of Southern Soul and gospel to me, which makes it a form of R&B. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when I did the Fallon show, they called me as an R&B artist,
Right.
but I consider me being Southern Soul because I am gospel slash Southern girl, you
Mm-hmm.
know, slash singer. It's like it can all be. I can say that I am a Southern Soul singer. I'm a Southern girl by trade too. So,
I love it. I love it. In speaking of Southern Soul, what are your thoughts on it moving forward? It's been kind of a lot of people don't know about it as the Southern Soul itself, especially in the North. It's not played as much, and even here, not as much. Maybe some DJs, but not as much. What's needed? What would have to push it?
what's needed is for us as a family of Black people that singing this music to get together on one accord and
Yeah,
stop backstabbing and slapping each other around in your minds and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I think if we came together and we form a coalition of just us, just love,
Right.
and we can make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
They play it in different cities. It's just not widespread, but if it ever hit the source of where it's
Yes.
supposed to be, we will rule with this music because it's so many great, 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 great Southern Soul singers. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't even want to start naming them because I'll leave somebody's name out. But
Mm-hmm.
there are great, great artists, male and females, and we could make this thing be on and popping as another source of music because
Right.
it's different from a lot of R&B, it's different from rap, it's different from gospel,
Mm-hmm.
and it is awesome music
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because people that records here, they put their souls into the
They
music.
really do. They really do. I
Yeah.
looked at it and I started doing a little research, and I've noticed that it's $1 billion business. It's $1 billion
Yes.
industry. It's also
Yes.
owned solely by African Americans.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, exactly. And that's why I say if we just pull together, oh my
Right.
God, everybody hear me, please. If we can just pull together, we got a lot of brilliant people
Mm-hmm.
that are of our color that can
Mm-hmm.
make things happen. I
Mm-hmm.
think one of the major guys that has hot records out that's in the R&B world. I think he's deciding now to get a record label, a record company.
Mm.
And we can do that. We can do
Yes.
this as Southern Soulners. We
Yes.
can get a huge record company and record people and put them out
Right.
there. That's
Right.
always been a dream of mine. But
Yes.
I have ran into so many people that I cannot trust. So
Wow.
it's so hard because everybody, I won't say everybody because I haven't met everybody, but there are people that are just out to get you,
Wow.
just out to get you for their own self satisfaction, whether it's
Mm.
money, whether it's fame, or whether it's whatever,
Wow.
and we run into that not being knowledgeable of stuff because I tell anybody I can be trusted. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I don't have a need to take from anyone. I've been taught right.
Right.
You know, it's not saying that others that take haven't been taught right, but they obviously haven't been taught something if they still taking from innocent people.
Right.
So my thing is just to continue and just get as much knowledge as you can. But if we can get, we have black millionaire, billionaire people.
Yes.
If we form, and that might be something I might look into and get together with some artists
Yeah.
and, and
Collaboration.
we can make things happen.
Yeah, because collaboration is good. I've noticed that a
It
lot
is.
of Southern Soul, the artists, they come together and make great music together, even together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow.
Awesome. Just
Mm-hmm.
we're very talented people.
Very much so. Very much so.
Yes.
And you want to keep it and I'll just try to be politically correct on this, in our own as African Americans, just in our own,
Right.
Because before long,
Right.
as we're speaking about it, $1 billion business, some other industry or other race is going to say, you know what? You all don't want the music, so we're going to take it.
And you know what is really what bothers you too is last year, maybe a year or maybe 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I saw a flyer
Mm-hmm.
with no disrespect because I have beautiful white friends and we
Right.
love each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a flyer with all white women on it, and they were calling themselves Southern Soul Queens.
Yes. Yes.
So now,
Yes.
of course, we weren't going to let that fly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, it wasn't me that stopped it. I don't know who did, but I never saw the flyer again. And I don't even think that performance ever happened.
Right.
So in saying that, that's the challenge we face
Right.
when we're not together as we should be
Exactly.
with each other.
Exactly.
So that's the challenge we face. So if we're just with each other and loving each other
Mm-hmm.
and trying to help one another instead of hurt one another, that wouldn't have even come about.
Right.
They would have been in the source trying to get in the situation
Right.
opposed
Right.
to trying to have their own situation.
Absolutely. So you see, just by that flyer, that they already know that it's a value. Value is there.
Understand me. Exactly.
Value is
Exactly.
there. Yeah. Or they wouldn't have done it.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like we had always had music, then all of a sudden rock and roll was taking our songs
Yes.
and reinventing
Yes.
them. Yeah, because they
Yes.
saw the value. They saw the value. So I want
Yep.
each of us
That
to
was
see that value. Mm-hmm.
what's his name? Chuck Berry.
Yes.
Chuck
Mm-hmm.
Berry was the originator, but people, the industry, they just take everything you own. But
Yes.
if
Mm-hmm.
once we solidify ourselves, make ourselves solid within each other, and
Right.
we form that coalition, we will be dangerous.
Yes. That's the
We'll be
truth.
dangerous
Yes. Yes. I
because
truly
we're
agree.
awesome in everything we do, from basketball to singing to
Mm.
sewing
Mm-hmm.
to poet to everything, you name it. We've
Mm-hmm.
always been that way. This is why people try to keep us down
Yes.
because they don't want us because we're brilliant people.
We are. We very
We
much
are the
are.
chosen ones.
Yes, we are the chosen one. You're right.
Yes.
You're definitely right. And I'm glad you've
Yes.
mentioned that. I'm glad we put the number on there. It's $1 billion industry, and other people will be looking at it. In doing
It is.
so, now that music has happened, COVID has happened too. Okay.
Yes.
And in that industry, a lot of people are full time
Yes.
in music. So what is
Well,
the impact? What has happened?
it's a huge impact on us as artists that
Yeah.
don't have regular jobs.
Right.
You know, there are a lot of artists that have jobs and,
Yeah.
and they're able to still maintain.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow I'm maintaining as well because, you know, when you're in the industry, the whole thing is to live and let live.
Mm-hmm.
And when you save money, you do good things, and that's what's helping me out. But I'm about to get a job. I'm about to do some customer service or something. So, but it was a big impact on everyone because I was looking at a lot of artists that are just coming out and they were slamming their music. It was just music popping up everywhere where everybody had done their CDs.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pandemic happened and it put a damper on everybody. But it also gives everyone a chance to think about life it gives me I'll say me, I don't know everybody,
Uh-huh.
but it gives me a chance to think about life. It gives me a chance to think about my career in another form, in another angle, and gives me a chance to sit back and think and realize the things that are not right that I am correcting now.
Absolutely. How can people get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me at NellieTigerTravis.com. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. My page was hacked yesterday, but I think everything is back together now. But you can reach me. All you have to do is put me in the Google field, and you can find me anywhere.
Sounds good, lady. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
I
Thank
thank
you.
you, Cam.
I am a
I thank you.
fan
It's
of
people like
yours.
you that
Trust
bring
me.
us in on the Southern Soul to explain ourselves. I appreciate
I
that.
love it so much. We'll be back. We're going to take a break, and then we'll see Chick Rodgers.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office. Enjoy a $9,500 purchase allowance and own the iconic new 2020 Escalade for only $879 a month with just $1 down and no payments for 120 days. Only at Ron Carter Cadillac, Gulf Freeway, just 2 minutes south of the Beltway. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm a Texas voter.
And I plan to vote by mail-in ballot.
I'm a Texas voter.
And I plan to vote safely in person.
I'm a Texas voter.
And I plan to vote early.
I am a Texas voter.
And I plan to vote safely in person. In this coming election, voters aged 50 plus
will make all the difference.
Will make the difference.
Will make the difference.
Will make the difference.
Will make the difference in elections across the state.
So make a plan now.
So you can vote however you choose.
It doesn't matter
where you vote,
how you vote, or who you vote for.
What matters is that you have a plan to vote.
For more information,
head to
aarp.org/tx.
Vote.
Vote. Vote.
đi bầu cử.
और वोट करना मत भूलिएगा.
Vote.
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 唔該，去投票。
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Hey, thank you so much for coming back, Melvia. Chick Rodgers. Hello, lady. Well, hey, lady.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Can you hear me?
Hey, I can't hear you. We just got through talking to Miss Nellie Tiger Travis, your friend and mine too.
Yes, she is.
Oh,
yes.
Man.
Nellie was actually was in my second wedding. She caught the bouquet at my second wedding.
That's too funny. I was going to say a little bit about your relationship on one of them a little later, but we'll get to talking about that. How, lady, did you get here? I remember something about Patti LaBelle.
Well, I think it was 1988.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the Orpheum, and I was sitting in the back of the Orpheum, and I was with my sister and my god brother. And Patty asked the question, is there anybody in the audience that can sing? And they told me, go up there. I said, no, I don't want to go up there. So he picked me up, literally picked me up and put me on the stage. And
Yes.
Patti LaBelle said, I think I got too many people. I got enough people. I said, would you just please give me an opportunity? She said, you too little. You can sing? I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, well, let's step to the side. And when she gave me the mic, all I can do was do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, she put her hand on her hip and said, who in the hell is this?
And from that point on, it says, when LaBelle dared anyone about the audience who could sing, you, my lady, got on the stage as you stated, and it's been on up since then.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my God. You have a beautiful song, one that I love. It's called Messed Up, and everybody loves that one.
Thank you. I'm glad they enjoyed it. I enjoyed recording it, that's for sure.
That is too funny. Before we show it, how did that come about? How did the song come about?
Well, it was like a gift from God because I never met the guy that wrote it. His name Omar Cunningham. I never met him. And a friend of mine, Tawana Murphy, called him and said, look, I got this young lady that's a hell of a singer and she needs a song.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 minutes later, he sent the song. I sent him a text to tell him I love it, and it's been on since then.
Let's see, Messed Up.
29 white rhinoceros. What the hell do I care about how many rhinoceros left on them? Eight answers on the board. What do you think Steve Harvey's wife would say is the best thing about it?
I'm through. You thought I wouldn't leave. Sorry, boy, you're wrong. I've been putting up with your shit for too long. Yeah, you've been paying the bills, but I can pay my own. I'd rather be by myself. You keep doing me wrong. You had a baby on me. I was almost gone, but I welcomed that baby into our home. But now you pushing me. You just don't know when. 'Cause you've been hurting me over and over again. You got me messed up. You're mistaken.
Hey, lady, I see that. Messed up.
Yes, sir.
There was no second chance after the baby pictures came?
Oh, that was it. It was over. You can do anything else to me, but don't come for him with no babies. No.
On the same day, you get on the phone with your attorney, I see.
Yes, same day. Same day. It's time to, I need to hire you, baby. Needs work to done.
That is too funny. We were just talking about women in music. And as I was telling Nellie, Tiger, Travis, that you two queens have really are the epitome of women that are in music and that have really over the years have done well and taken it by storm. Okay, not having to show everything, not having to do everything as the music industry is, but you queens have taken it on. How so? How did that happen?
Well, I'm a praying person.
Mm-hmm.
I take all and everything that I'm not sure of, I pray on it. Like my father's a minister. I was brought up in church as a kid. First CME, I was Christian as a CME and then baptized as a Baptist. So I take everything to the Lord. I don't pursue anything that's really important in my life without really praying about it.
Yeah. Yeah, both of you said that, Nellie, the same way because, she was with her grandmother and everything. The same thing, because I know in a lot of ways, this is 90% of it is business and 10% of the music. And in 90%, and we were just talking about the fact that many people have lost out on, during contracts, just signing away things, and then they end up with nothing, but they've done all the work.
Yes. Well, that's why I got a manager. Because a lot of times I'd rather be represented because you can sometimes be a little, I mean myself. Mm-hmm. If I don't like the price or I'd rather just, give up instead of, a manager can negotiate things for you and still make things work out for you instead of just because I can get frustrated with the person or, then again, like if said something can be said to you and not said the correct way, and you can lose a show with just a bad attitude. So I would rather be represented than to lose money.
Well, also I love the fact that you two have invested in yourselves. You have put money into yourselves. You have done the showmanship in yourselves, and many times people don't do that, and they don't learn the craft. Study the craft on a consistent basis.
Right. Well, like I said, I've been singing professionally since 1979, right out of high school. I came out of high school in 76. And my first professional show was a USO tour in Germany.
Yeah.
And that was an experience all of itself because that was the first time I was out front as a lead singer with all males. So that was an experience.
Right.
And it was a good experience. It was.
Right. The other thing, too, by women being in business, let's talk to people about the business side. You did about management and representation, and I love that because some people do need that representation, but they've got to invest in it. They've got to pay for it.
Right. I have the best manager in the world, Bob Wimbush. He's a great promoter, and back in the day, I used to work with him. So we put out, both of us been on the top and lost a lot of things. So I said, well, why don't we just get our mind right and get together and work as partners? And he's been helping promoting my career and stuff like that. And we also have opened up our own record label.
Yes. We were just talking about a record label, and we were myself and Nellie were just talking about record labels and also Southern Soul. Just the genre of Southern Soul, by it being $1 billion industry and African Americans owning it, it's something that we need to do to try to pull it together. How so? What do you think?
As Nellie was saying, I agree with her 100%, that we as African Americans should come together.
Yes.
Whether it be all males or all the females to get together and just collaborate together and try to make sure each other got work. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that if there's a show going on and they need somebody, recommend.
Yes.
Just say, well, okay, Chick Rodgers might need a work or may need some work, or Nellie might need some work, and that is pulling together to me.
That's
and
it.
If we could do that, we can, like she said, we could be as on top as anyone else.
Exactly. Exactly, exactly. And it could be a whole nother industry and genre of itself. And because it's $1 billion industry, it really is. And African Americans
Enough
solely
money for
own
a
it.
lot of us.
Yes, it
Yes.
is. Just pulling together. I think so too. I love that fact. COVID has happened now and has really stopped a lot of people, especially the ones that are full time locally. You know, maybe the other ones that are not, maybe not locally, but really local has done, you know, COVID has happened. And then, of course, yes, other people that have because the concerts and things have stopped.
Right. Well, COVID has made a little damper in things, but
Yeah.
as if you learn when you grow up that you don't spend every dime that you make. So you put money up, because grandma always said, you don't let your right hand know what your left hand doing. So when you put stuff up and always plan,
Yes.
you know, put up, because you never know what may happen. You
Right.
understand? So I was taught to always put money away for hard times. And I'm so glad I was taught that. I'm so glad I took that heed, because mama taught me, don't ever spend all your money. Put
Right.
some up. Always put save. And that's what I did. And that's why I'm able to maintain
Right.
my life.
Absolutely.
It
And I
hurt
like
a little bit, but it has not taken over.
right. And I like the fact about you and Nellie, you all continue your craft. You continue work on it. You continue finding other, you know, projects to do. You find things to do now instead of just waiting. You know, a lot of people have just stopped in the world because, I mean, COVID has happened and it has scared them. But with you two ladies, you all continue, just keep going.
Well, I hate to say this, but I have had a lot more funerals that I have sung
Yeah.
in years because
Yeah.
of this. You know,
Yeah.
it's some getting paid for and some not, but I'm still being relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Still people can know that I'm still singing.
Yes.
So I send my condolences out to all of those families that has
Yes.
been affected by that. And especially Mr. Tito in Houston, Texas, whose
Yeah.
club that I worked at while I was
Yeah.
there. I want to give that family a shout out and my condolences to him.
Yes.
And also the Magic 101, 102.1 to play my music.
Yeah.
And Mr. Norris Hampton. So I like to give that
Yes.
shout out.
Oh, Norris. I shout out to Norris,
Yeah,
my
Mr.
friend.
Norris. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. That's my friend.
absolutely.
He's
Absolutely. I'm
helped us
glad
a
you
lot.
did that because you coming to Houston, I mean, my God, we were so excited. We said, Chick is here. We were at the arena.
I'm ready to come back.
Yeah, we were at the arena. We were so happy. Look, I bought the ticket for the Chick and the Whispers, but Chick was going to be up there first.
All right. Yeah.
But the other thing, too, about the women in music, we were also talking to Nellie about many times women feel like they have to do things just to get the contract.
I think a lot of people would try you.
Yes.
Just try and see where you go there.
Right.
If you're strong in God and true to yourself, sure, there are people out there that would, like I said, try you and see would you go there. But if they see that you're not going there, they won't mess with you. They won't. They can't force you to do anything. So
That's true.
it's you have to be mindful enough to know, like, that's not going to get me a career.
Yeah.
They just trying to find a reason to say that would help you get a career.
Right.
And like I said, don't. Trust God. Take God with you everywhere you go.
That's
you
good.
You won't be approached with stuff like that.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I like that you were saying that. And then about women, period. Women keep going. Just women, period. Like you said, in the music. And since COVID has happened and other things, collaboration is huge, I see, or it should be, especially in Southern Soul, coming together. What do you think with the ladies? I mean, just coming together.
Well, like Nellie said, maybe we can get together and have a little meeting and find a way to collaborate and work together and find out, hell, we could do our own show.
Exactly. You got your own label.
I'm willing.
Exactly.
I'm willing to work some out and come together and do something. I always say, just whoever's willing, I'm willing to help.
Absolutely. I love that part about it. I love that, in that you're willing to help. Let's tell about some more music. You have a lot of other music out.
Yeah, I've done a lot of plays. I'm a singer/actress, so
yeah.
I've done a lot of plays and a lot of videos with of different blues festivals that I've done, and I was also fortunate to be an artist of the late Coco Taylor. She promoted my first CD, but it was not able to be released because of her passing.
Oh.
So it's just sitting on the shelf, getting dusty.
You say getting dusty?
Getting dusty.
Yeah, you added that part. That is too funny. But you have, so any other music that's coming out or any other music that people need to know about? Yeah. Let's talk about it.
We're working now on 3 songs that I'm working on now. I'm working with a very talented guitar player. He was the guitar player with Denise LaSalle.
Yeah.
We got together and wrote a couple of songs together, and we're about to go in the studio next month.
Okay. And you have a lot of things on, and you have other things other than Messed Up on where people can find them. And what are those songs?
Sure, you can go to YouTube. You go to YouTube, and I'm always, Aretha Franklin's my idol. Yes. Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, and Gladys Knight, those are my favorite female vocalists forever. And so I've done a lot of tributes of Aretha Franklin. So you can go to YouTube, and I'm all over YouTube. I even have my own Chick Rodgers channel.
And you said if Patti LaBelle can, if Aretha Franklin can, if Anita Baker can, then why can't I?
Why can't I? Yeah, that was that big. I did a HBO special with Bernie Mac. I worked with Bernie Mac for over about 5 or 6 years when I was in Chicago. And that was on the HBO special, I did that song, Over the Rainbow. And those were the things I say at the end.
Yes. There's one thing that women always say, that you give them courage. Messed Up gave a lot of women courage.
Yes, Lord. Walk out. Get away. You don't have to be abused. You know, some of them will put you in the way nobody else wants you, or you can't do without me. That's when they go back to, if you put your money somewhere else, because you never know when you might need to escape.
Okay.
Get out of there. You don't have to be abused. Get away from that.
That is too funny. You talk about a lot of things when they were talking about blues. And you say, I know the blues for myself.
Sir, I've lived it, worked it. When I got out of high school, my mom wanted me to be a nurse because she was a nurse. Tried it. Went back to college and went in school. Got my first big job at Baptist, this big hospital here in Memphis. And I worked with GYN and pediatrics. I had a patient about to get her breast removed, and she called me a nigga, and I was like, okay, then I ain't gonna work this job. Because I found myself about to do something to that lady, so I said,
wait a minute, the lady about to get her breast removed,
I better do something else. So that I went through that, you know, being down south, you know, you go through stuff and stuff like that. And I wasn't no angel back then. So I thought I better sing my blues away.
Right.
Them names were cute. So yeah, the blues, and I don't consider myself a blues singer. I am a entertainer. I sing blues, gospel, R&B, soul. I will sing country and western if I presented the right song. So I don't put myself in no categories. No Southern soul category, no blues category. I'm just a singer, a God's child, a vessel for God.
Absolutely. And I love the fact you say you live it. You live who you
Yes,
are.
sir.
You're present where you are. I love that. That you unapologetically do it. You know?
Yeah.
No apology of what you do as far as, just the world. You don't have to apologize. You need to, and I think that's what women love about you. You tell them exactly what they want to not only hear, but what they want to say.
Say, right. Yeah.
And
I'll be
many
your
are,
vessel.
yeah, and many are not strong enough to say it.
Yeah. I wasn't strong at first,
Yeah.
but until I got tired of being sick and tired and sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yeah, it was time to go. I had no way up. I had no way of knowing how I was going to get out.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about
Okay.
how I was going to get out.
Uh-huh.
But the grace of God, grace and mercy, got me out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the transparency so much, so much. I thank you, lady, for everything you have been doing for everybody. And I tell you, along the way, we appreciate you, we love you, and we care about you so much. Thank God for you. Thank God for opening a road for you and Nellie, for being queens, for walking through and the things that these young ladies have to come through, that they can come to you and say, you know what? We need the help, and you all are able to just sit there and talk to them. Thank God for you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you so much. Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much. So what
Thank
we're
you
going
for
to do,
having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to Miss Nellie, Tiger Travis, and of course, the beautiful Melvia Chick Rodgers. On tomorrow, we're going to have Karen Arrington, and she is the founder of Miss Black USA. Thank you so much. God bless, and God keep you. Bye.